Hi everyone, my name is Gwen Farrell and I'm a freshman at the University of Delaware. Today I will be educating you on my obscure but phenomenal moment in history about Regina Kelly and Faye Stewart.
This is Hearn, a small town in Robertson County, Texas. Although described as people-friendly on the web, a sickening situation that occurred 24 years ago makes me think otherwise. In early November of 2000, 25 men and 2 women were arrested and accused of felony drug distribution. All but one were African American. They claimed to be innocent but were imprisoned with a bond set at $70,000 each. This drug sweep was initiated by a paid snitch with a known history of mental instability. The Robertson District Attorney told him that he needed to give up at least 20 people to work off a case of his own in order to receive a large federal grant. The informant pointed to 27 random people. It would have been 28, but one individual he accused was in the hospital at the time. He was found to have used baking soda and water to make fake crack cocaine to use as evidence. The 2 women arrested were Erma Faye Stewart, a 30-year-old mother of 2, and Regina Kelly, a waitress and single mother of 4. These women shared a cell and were hopeful that their court-appointed lawyers would investigate their case and prove them innocent. Stewart's lawyer was Bruno Shemek, and Kelly's was John Paschal. However, these men gave them little to no time or attention. It was so bad that when a news reporter asked Stewart's lawyer about her case, he had no recollection that she was ever even his client. John and Bruno urged them to plead guilty, take probation, and get out of jail. Kelly questioned what would happen if she didn't plead and instead went to trial, and she was told she could be facing 5 to 99 years. She refused to plead guilty and decided she was going to put up a fight. After 3 weeks, Kelly's parents were able to get her bond reduced to $10,000, and she went home to await trial. Stewart remained in jail up until a week later when she decided to plead guilty because she had no one to take care of her 2 small children. She pleaded guilty to delivery of a controlled substance and more than 4 grams in a drug-free zone. She was sentenced to 10 years probation and was required to pay $1,800 in fines and report to her parole officer monthly. Out of 27 arrested, only 7 pleaded guilty, and she was one of them. Those who refused to take a plea spent 5 months in jail awaiting trial. On February 19, 2001, the first trial took place. The evidence, however, was worthless, and the confidential informant lied to the prosecution. All the cases, except those who pleaded guilty, were dismissed. This meant that Stewart will continue to face several years on probation. Regina Kelly wanted a formal apology from her district attorney, Paschal, so she could clear her name in the small community. The Robertson County DA, however, told Frontline, the American TV program, that he believes all those arrested were guilty. She stayed committed to seeking justice and sued the district attorney in civil court. This ultimately exposed the malicious racism and heartless opportunism that motivated the court. As of 2012, Paschal was still in office in Robertson County. Erma Faye Stewart faced much worse consequences. Only 3 years after pleading guilty, she was completely destitute. Her plea stripped her ability to have food stamps or federal grant money for her children's education. Not only this, she couldn't vote and she was evicted from public housing because she couldn't afford rent. Her children slept in various homes while she spent her nights outside the housing project, waiting for her morning shift as a cook. She was paid $5.25 an hour, which was not enough to pay her $1,000 fine court and probation fees, which she had been pressured to pay.
They see it like, as long as I have a job, I can pay them. I already told them I'm having a hard time buying my son medicine. I have to have his medicine for his asthma. They don't really care about that. All they want is, the money.
What sticks out to me was that if she hadn't pleaded guilty like the court-appointed lawyers pressured her to do, she would have been free with the others. She was not released from probation until 2012. Keep in mind, this case started in 2000. Regina Kelly, on the other hand, was given the opportunity to travel the country telling her story to groups like the Community-Oriented Defender Network, so that individuals interested in reforming the justice system could see the real first-hand costs of this assembly line criminal justice system.
Regina also does training for defense attorneys to show them how to connect on a better level with their minority clients. She addresses the mental health of formerly incarcerated individuals and encourages them to seek professional counseling as soon as they are released. She currently serves on the board of directors for the National Legal Aid and Defender Association, where she is also the chair of the Client Council. She also works as staff for Lone Star Legal Aid of Texas. There is even a movie titled American Violet portraying her story, made in 2009. Overall, this story highlights the extreme injustice in a plea-based criminal justice system as facts matter less than situations.